Get up to 2 months of free podcasting service with Libsyn. Check out the show notes for your promo code to get started podcasting today.
Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. Welcome, Blowhard Talk Hard here with Julian.
Traci.
And we have a special guest, Kim.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Kim.
She's a little shy. Nice to have you.
Kim.
Nice to have you. She's our information girl today.
Yes.
I'm the Googler.
The Googler.
The Googler.
As long as you're not the gobbler. I guess you can do that too. No, I'm just joking.
Wow.
Started off.
That's for video.
That's for video. The gobbler.
The gobbler's for video.
Extra charge.
Yes.
When you guys were just shooting the shit with the Googler here, you were talking about dicks, amputated dicks put on body parts.
Arms. The guy that lost his penis and it was reattached to his arm. It's been the headlines out of the New York Post the last few days.
Let the Googler do her job.
Let the Googler find it all.
So this is an official thing. It was in the New York Post in New York. This guy, what happened?
He had an infection in his groin, which caused him to have his penis removed and replaced on his arm. He was waiting for 6 years.
Yeah. COVID, short staff, and other delays.
I seen a little bit of this video of this guy. So how would he jerk off? Like, was it a functioning dick?
It's probably easier for him.
No. Like, was it a functioning dick on his arm? Could he
It just says about it popping out of his sleeve and stuff when he's
Yeah.
helping old ladies in the grocery store and everything, but it never said anything. I didn't read. I don't know. If
Well, the
Googler
YouTube
can
video
find
there
anything
looks
about
sort of
that.
screens it out. You're like, what the fuck is that hanging?
I would mushroom slap everybody.
Jeez.
Like, excuse me, sorry, pardon me. To put it on the
That
seat
would be
beside you.
Poor guy, though. That's not.
I can't
really,
believe that's true, man. I just can't fathom the idea of this guy having a dick on his arm. Does he fuck his wife with it or anybody with it? Does it say it works?
I couldn't say that. For
I don't
sure.
think,
I couldn't
the
find
New-
any of that information. But
Yeah, I don't think the New York Post would talk
That's
about
too
it.
They
bad.
wouldn't say he performs
Yeah.
sexual intercourse.
I guess. I mean,
So what did they do now? They took it off his arm and put it back in his area, balls
backwards,
area?
pubic area, on his face.
His penis is now back where it belongs. He shows us the results, but it's his brighter effect that tells us what we really need to know. He feels better. 6 years with a cock on me arm. 6 years with a cock on me arm. Something to tell the grandchildren about, isn't it? Oh, if you're joining us today from right, I guess so
I
too.
think so.
Wow.
All right.
You know, they should have included that. I feel like that's important. I don't know how it
I
changes
thought I saw
it.
something about him being.
Just because with the
Irish or
personality of being
something.
Irish, like they're pretty funny people, right? So to have like a cock on me arm, and to be, like, you know what I mean? Depending, it could have gone a lot worse, I feel like.
The mechanic who resides in Norfolk, England. There you go.
Where else has
Was
this
left
happened?
mortified back in 2010 when his penis just dropped off onto the floor after he suffered an infection.
Jesus.
They-
What if it just fell off because he had an infection?
Surgeons subsequently manufactured a new penis for the father of two using a skin flap on his left arm. They planned to move the man-made member down to his pubic area, but were forced to stop the operation due to lack of oxygen in his blood.
He used it as like an extra appendage. So viewers in shock as man uses penis on his arm to hold his darts.
No!
Can you imagine the stuff you could just shove in there? Like, oh, could you imagine him going through the airport?
he's
do they
playing-
like search his? Like, what do you do?
So he's at the bar, pint in the hand,
Is it-
darts in the dick, and he's
Circumcised? That's Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, like what
Poor guy.
if you sneak a blowy? Do you just stick your like? Do you know what I mean? Instead of being
Yeah.
under the table
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the movie theater, do you just
I don't think no girl would even touch that. That'd be the craziest thing.
put his arm up and around like.
Well, you guys are girls. Wouldn't that freak you out?
Instead of a face fuck, it would be like a.
Just be putting her in a headlock.
Yeah. Hey, come here, babe.
Got her in the
Suck
headlock
it. Suck it off my wrist.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oh,
Did it
poor
come?
guy.
Did it come from his arm?
No, his testicles
Oh, he
are
has
still
no balls
there.
there. That's right.
Yeah.
Unless they put a wire. I should do some Maverick stuff and put a wire.
All the best
What
to
was
him.
that
I
poor
hope
guy
it's,
that got his dick got his dick cut off? Is that guy alive still? Does it work?
Is that the one who his wife or the
Lorena-
girl cut it off?
Yeah.
Lorena Bobbitt. He did, that's right.
Well, he made a porn, but
was
it's all
his-
good now. So if your dick
What
called
was his name, though?
John,
John Wayne Bobbitt.
figures, typical hillbilly. Hey, John Wayne, you drunk? I'm cutting off your dick tonight.
So the wife that cut off the man's penis, this was 2019, so there must be a couple of them.
Yeah, everybody goes around cutting off penises.
His wife told a 911 operator that she used a pruner, a good for pruning roses, to cut it off,
Nice.
and that he wasn't bleeding enough to create the sign of the cross or right sinner. Oh, is he
that was a
cheater
religious.
then?
That was a religious thing. First of all,
That
what type
was-
of a woman has the balls to go there and cut a penis off?
What kind of woman
Well,
has the?
what did he do to her to deserve
What
it?
could he do?
Well, it sounds like he cheated.
Oh wow! So that deserves to get it cut off.
Medical professionals do not agree with the naming of the castration charge.
What's
But
it
they
called?
do accede that there are options for someone who experiences the removal of male parts.
As a psycho? Man, there was no more reading. No more reading about penises.
What, you don't like reading about penises?
Well, we're not going to sit here and read Wikipedia on the podcast. All I know is that.
We have a
you won't-
Googler today, though.
Right?
Oh, the Googler. The
You
Googler.
won't bleed out. So ladies, if you cut off your man's penis, he will not bleed out and die because the vessels in the area aren't large enough to make that a possibility.
Well, don't encourage them.
Fuck, listeners,
let's go
seriously,
in with
this show is yeah.
Or
don't-
men, you know you won't bleed
Package
out and
that away
die.
for
Jesus
future
Christ.
knowledge.
Not on the mic, but on the ball.
Fuck.
You better behave over there, Pat.
Oh god.
He
He has seen cases of penis. Oh,
I don't even know I don't even know how to add anything here. I'm speechless. Like, what am I supposed to say? We're talking about dicks getting cut off, falling off with
And you're
infection.
sitting in between us as well.
Yeah, and then another guy has it on his arm. So, like, playing darts.
There was also an asexual man in Tokyo who had his removed and had 6 people pay to eat it.
As a delicacy?
No.
Yes,
No.
Did he do it?
he did. Around 70 people
Did
attended.
he get a
the
hard on
event.
after he ate his own dick? No. So what's
Well,
the
he
point
was
of eating it?
asexual, so he wasn't into it anyway.
Oh, asexual. So
people
that
who
shows my
eat-
ignorance when I don't know anything.
Good God. Would you eat?
Wow.
What?
So he cut his own dick off for money to
Yeah.
eat it, and then ha. Was it a joke? Like, I don't get it.
No,
Was
people
it
actually.
there?
Yeah, it's there. They actually ate it. They paid to eat. a
Oh, they
penis.
paid to eat
Yeah,
his dick.
they paid to eat it, and they were garnished with mushrooms and parsley.
Delicious.
What do you garnish with a penis?
How much?
Oh, fuck.
It says
100 yen.
100,000 yen.
That could be to me $5. I don't know what that means.
It says 800 in the little squiggly thing. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's
Pounds.
Pounds.
yeah.
So 800 pounds
Pounds. Wow.
converted.
So that's what it costs to get a dick cut off and eat for a little dinner.
Do
Well,
you,
you get mushrooms.
Yeah, with sautéed mushrooms.
Probably.
it's $1,200 Canadian.
Nice,
For a
$1,200
piece.
That's it.
It was
really?
split between how many
Was-
people?
6
He was Japanese?
and Koreans or Tokyo. So,
So we're
how-
pretending. So are we saying that he had
Everybody else can see our hand gestures, yeah.
so he had a 3-inch dick, so split between how many people?
Yeah,
6?
six.
No, that's a terrible,
They got a
no.
quarter inch
terrible
each.
stereotype.
Yeah.
We should not encourage that.
Actually, I wonder if they, how much did they eat
Well,
of
we're
it?
just as a
We
joke,
do
we'll do
not-
it. It's a podcast of for fun. So we make it. We go with the stereotype. Anyways,
Oh my goodness.
quarter inch each for
I'm trying to find
1,200.
out.
Wow.
Anyways, let's take a little bit of a break. We'll
Regardless,
come
yeah.
back, listeners, and I don't know what we're going to talk about when we come back, but
That's like splitting a hot dog for a family. Like,
Yeah. Everybody just takes a little
Yeah.
nibble. Whoever's
Like-
hungriest eats first.
enjoy. Yeah, like a little cocktail winner. Holy back, listeners, taking a break. going on today? Monday morning here at the Thirsty Fox with Jerrod, #1 fan at Blowhard. Say hi, Jerrod.
Hey guys.
What can we do for you today, Jerrod? Anything new? What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to tell you guys a big story about when I was 13.
Tell us.
Sure. Let me just bring it back to...
How old are you now, Jerrod?
I'm 43 almost.
You're looking good, buddy. You're
Thanks
looking
a lot.
good. So
Thanks.
30-year-old story.
Yeah. So you guys are really gonna like this. It all takes place in Algonquin Park. I can't recall exactly the lake I was on, but let's just say there was some rapids going down, and we were traveling on the cliff one day. My camp counselor, his name was Big Head.
Big Head was his name or his nickname?
Big Head was his nickname. He had lots of curly, puffy hair like an afro, but he was
That
white.
wasn't his official name.
It was not his official name, but they called him Big Head.
Got it. It was his nickname. All right.
And he loved the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
All of a sudden, we're walking like 12 little kids, like little thin Jewish kids. We're walking down.
Oh, your Jewish background?
All these Jews were walking down the...
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. So we were walking down, and it was a beautiful day.
15 little Jew kids.
Like approximately 12 and 15, because that's how many there were in the camp. Camp Walden, WALDEN.
Doesn't really matter. Go on.
Anyhow, basically, we look over, and what does he say? Big Head says.
What?
He goes, "The wind is blowing hard these days, guys." All of a sudden, you can just imagine all these little Jewish kids' head look over the cliff at the same time, and what do we see to our amazement?
What?
2 naked people on a rock banging. Like, I mean, fucking banging. And
2 guys or 2 girls?
it was a girl and a guy on
Were
a
they
rock.
Jewish?
No, I don't think they were. And then, so they stopped what they were doing, and then we all of a sudden at the end of the day we were waving to them, bye, buddies, bye.
What did they say?
They just waved to us and said, see ya.
See ya.
And they had a sort of red face. Their cheeks were really red and all that. But you know what? That name, Big Head, I'll never forget.
So the Big Head brought you guys a bunch of children. So let me summarize it. The Big Head brought a bunch of children for a walk through a park, which even sounds creepier like that. Through a park. Oh, okay, a nice park. And he brought you to see 2 guys banging what's it called? Inspiration point.
Yeah.
Where people go to bang, and he showed you guys that.
And it was right on a rock. These 2 people were having
Was
sex
this
on a
guy
rock.
a pervert?
It was a guy and a girl.
No, but was the guy Big Head a pervert? Why is he showing you that? Was he showing you that, or was it just lucky that they?
It was just lucky that we saw.
How do you know that? That's maybe where guys went to bang their girlfriends all the time, and Big Head was a pervert.
Well, we were on this canoe trip organized from Camp Walden, so all these
events are pre-done.
They're already pre-planned. So we go into Algonquin. We drive in a little yellow
bus. All right,
bus.
Jerrod, hate to cut you off.
No
Blow
problem.
hard, talk hard.
Ding, ding.
Thank you for being a guest, Jerrod. Listeners, see you next week. Be safe.
Thanks very much, Julian.
You're welcome, Jerrod. Thank you. Have a good one. Welcome back, listeners. Julian.
Traci.
And Kim.
And Kim,
And Kim.
the Googler, is in the house.
Kim the Googler.
The Googler. But now we're talking about Japanese guys marrying a hologram.
Yep.
That's 30. The guy's 36. The hologram is 16.
38.
Oh, the guy's 38. The hologram's 16. Is that rape?
Well,
Her battery ran out, so he couldn't do anything with
He
it.
didn't update his credit card,
He
so
didn't
they
update his credit card.
deleted his contract,
Is
or
what happened.
I guess it depends on if she says no or not. Consent still. Does she know if she can?
what's a
does she know?
hologram?
Like the
I'm picturing Star Trek when they go into the hollow rooms and everything looks so real.
We're not there yet.
We're not even close to there yet.
When
yeah.
they go into Beam Me Up, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So what is that? That's like a fucking little, like a visual little screen,
Why
like
would
the,
it be-
like on what's it called? That
what would make him get that instead of like a sex doll?
That's a good question.
Yes, I saw one of those things where it was like, they're making like real women with the AI stuff. It's creepy. Like, they talk back
They
and stuff.
had that here in Toronto for a little while, as they had real dolls that look pretty close to people, and you go and you paid I think $1.50 to bang them.
I would
What?
do it just
Yeah,
to
it was.
do it.
It was on Church Street somewhere. Like they were like blonde, whatever you could do, anal, whatever you wanted. But the thing is, after a week, it stopped because they weren't cleaning them properly. All these guys are coming inside them, And then who had to be the cleaner of the...
Then why do I have to put my phone in rice when it drops in water, but yet a sex doll can go a week with being fucked and no issues?
It had to get cleaned, and I don't know how it happened, but eventually
it's
they
gross
called it
'cause it's multiple people.
They called it a hygienic thing, and they shut it all down.
Do you apply for that job, or do you get given that job?
The person who opened it obviously bought the dolls, built the beds, and did the whole thing, and then the guys would go. I think it was pretty popular for a little bit.
I never heard of it in Toronto.
Yeah, this is like 2 years ago.
I would do it. Just
Do
to
what,
say
the
you
doll?
did it. Yeah, just to say you did
To
it.
go bang a doll.
Yeah,
Nah.
just curious, you know.
But again, the dolls were filthy after, like hygienic. It was like,
You want to be the first one.
yeah, you want to be the first and last.
How did
You
they
want
not
to take
think
their
of
cherry.
that?
Huh?
How did they not think of that?
What do you mean?
Cleaning it out.
They did think of it, but it wasn't doing it. They weren't cleaning him properly, I guess. And it was like people, who knows?
No.
Could you get a venereal disease from a sex doll?
Well, if you got 10 loads inside the doll that haven't been cleaned, and then another guy
Right.
puts his dick in there, it's like, what the hell?
Do you right? There's a lot of questions now with that.
Well, that's why it's off the market. So now you buy your own personal one. Pat has one.
Yeah.
Laura.
Laura.
Why did you pick Laura? Why the name Laura?
She's based on Laura Palmer from Twin Peaks, and she comes wrapped in plastic. And
What?
Oh, I thought we were going to go with Laura Ingalls Wilder.
I've never talked to somebody who has a
she
sex
came in a little
doll.
house on the prairie.
Oh, God.
So
Is that the blind girl?
No, that's her sister Mary.
Oh, fuck.
Do you buy Laura clothes?
No.
No, she's a nudist.
Yeah.
That's why I married her.
He's cheap. He's basically saying he's cheap. He wants to keep her naked.
Yeah, she's a hippie. She's free.
Yeah. Free spirit. Anyways.
Where's patchouli?
Oh my God, the visuals that I have in right now because this is just so real for me.
Yes.
So real
Sorry,
for you?
Pat.
Why?
Well, just so bad.
He goes to Hamlin's
It's
Point
the
in the
hippie thing.
summertime, walking around.
With my wife.
Yeah, with your Laura, the doll, and
His hippie wife.
Put spread, like I put sunscreen on her.
yeah, you don't want her to get that silicone all burnt.
Yeah, I don't want her. That's my woman.
I don't want her to melt.
Still want the sun to melt my woman.
The beach. What?
Anyways,
What?
After 18 months of dating, real man Yuri whatever has legally married the love of his life, a blonde sex doll who goes by the name of Margot.
nice.
What?
I think we talked about this.
Yeah, we heard about that. Well, the guy's named
Yeah.
Yuri. Where's he from? Russia?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound Asian.
So this was in 2020. So this
Oh
is
yeah,
recent.
this is all. And a
Is
couple
this
of
what the world is coming to?
yes. The guys stay home. They play video games. Eventually, the video games are going to turn to live. Not live.
Wasn't virtual like VR, isn't it?
Yeah, virtual kind of shit where they're going to come up to you and you're not going to leave your house for a month.
So is that? Oh my God. Okay. What about people our age? Like, what are we gonna
We're
do?
okay.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
We're okay.
I don't know. Are we?
Well, I don't
well,
play
I
video-
don't know.
I don't play
Are
virtual.
we? How's Laura today?
I mean, Pat found someone.
I don't
No, it's
know.
up to
I
us.
don't work out.
I don't play video games. What am I gonna do?
You don't need to. Don't worry.
There's brothels dedicated to sex dolls.
Yes, that's what I was
Are
telling
you kidding me?
Anyways,
Are
okay,
we
no
that
more,
terrible?
no more Google. No more Google. Yeah. People have lost their minds.
Wow.
Wow. But there's that whole inanimate like object thing. Like people are sexually aroused by their cars, by balloons
That's
even.
yeah.
like,
We discussed that
The
before. Yeah.
strange
yeah,
addictions. Yeah.
Don't get it, but yeah, there is people
Could
out
you
there.
imagine? Like
I'm
Yeah.
grateful that I don't understand.
Yeah, you can't understand that unless your mind is like at that level.
well, you know what? I do enjoy my vibrator quite a bit. Not enough
Oh.
to marry it, but
You see my
I did see that. Oh, don't worry, I saw that already.
Yes,
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah, but
that-
that's made for that. It's not like you're gonna go fuck the muffler on your car.
No, that's it. I enjoy. That's why we figured out last week too. I can never move to Texas because there's a law in Texas you can't own more than 6 dildos. It'll be-
Who came up with that?
It's got to be to do with the Christian state or something.
Unlimited
man.
firearms.
They
You can
love
have-
their football.
you
They
can
love
have
their
unlimited
guns, and
firearms.
you can't have that. I
He's
don't
a
know.
jealous man.
They have to eat the smallest steak they eat is 26 ounces.
Well,
Yeah.
why did that even make it to
Right?
make a law? Like, who pissed who
Yeah.
off?
Yeah.
It's
And
a
when did
very
this
Bible
happen?
state.
1973.
Oh,
That's when the law came out.
They had.
They even had toys
dildos?
back then.
Yeah.
What were they made out of?
Let's Google this.
No. No more
Just
Google.
wood,
No
just-
more Google.
Obscene device means a device including a dildo or artificial vagina.
Could you
So
imagine
guys are out
back
too.
then you come home and your wife is whittling a dildo on the front of a rocket chair?
It's Texas. Yeah. Sitting on the front porch whittling. What are you
So what
whittling?
happens? How long is jail time?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's a
I didn't
fine.
say
It's a
anything.
fine.
Oh, it's a fine. Ah.
Yeah.
You're
How
not
do
gonna-
they know?
That's the other.
Your
That's where
ex-
this whole
yeah?
this whole
So
law
we
is.
were
stupid.
wondering if it's like, do you have to register when you buy a sex toy?
Like that's
'Cause,
interesting.
like you have to register by gun.
You don't have to register to buy guns.
In Texas?
No, they just
No,
give
I
them to
think-
you.
I think you go
The
to
toys
Walmart.
you
So
gotta
the
you gotta
toys
sign up.
because it's obviously more dangerous. You're gonna
Yeah.
harm more people
So
after
today,
you have a fantastic orgasm from.
today I bought some frogs for my fish tank and I had to sign a piece of paper for that. So it's because it's a life. So I'm
Right.
just picturing having to sign its equivalent.
A frog?
Yeah, a frog. So if I had to sign for a frog and then I go to Texas, I have to sign for a dildo?
Yes.
That's real interesting.
So the frog.
Actually,
Why
you
did
know
you
what?
sign for the frog for though?
Because if it dies, I guess, or
And
if
then what
I kill it.
happens?
I think it's more like if I go there every week because I'm like a psychopath killing
Oh,
frogs.
so they're just sort of
Yeah.
keeping track of how many
Yeah.
frogs you buy.
Yeah.
Because you can
Feeding
eat the
them
frogs,
something.
right?
You can eat them, but then if you go back next week, they're gonna say,
Oh, they're
okay.
gonna say, okay, so
Yeah.
I guess, okay.
But I don't
okay.
think anybody looks at that. Like, is there somebody to look through the files for like
If they're
dildo
taking
registering?
signatures,
No,
there's
they're
gotta
probably
be.
gonna flag you. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
flag you to see for certain species.
Googler
I guess,
buys the
yeah.
frogs with the signatures. I didn't even know they do that.
Yeah.
Where do you go and buy a frog? At the pet store?
Yeah, they got these little frogs.
How much is it?
$5.
$5.
But they're serious. I didn't realize how serious these people are at pet stores about like those things.
They love animals, eh?
Yeah, they really do. But a
good.
little bit too much.
Oh, like possessiveness? sort of
Yeah,
thing?
like
Make sure you make that frog, like, take care of it, eh?
yeah, and then like, oh, how long has this been running for? Make sure you do that. Oh, what? The guy didn't even sell me a fish the one day because I wasn't ready yet because of the tank wasn't set up.
Wow.
Well,
Really?
you know what? As a previous heavy-duty fish tank owner,
Yeah.
But a
That I
beta
do know.
fish.
yeah,
I had Oscars. I get
it's,
that.
I used to have African sitlicks, so you have to. They have to acclimate to the water. You have to have everything sitting for a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before
Yeah,
you can
but-
And
even
the
add a
tank breaks
fish.
and 35 gallons goes all over your living room
But a
floor.
beta fish, those
And you
things
can't.
look
That
I
happened
had
to
a
me.
90-gallon tank. It was
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I love fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
It was
good.
amazing. And then we had, you could put parrotfish in with the sitlicks because the sitlicks are natural, like they eat everything. So
Yeah.
we had a couple of Texans that we bought and put in, and then the next day, the Texans were
They
not
ate?
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
the sitlicks are,
They're aggressive.
yeah.
Same with the Oscars. I'd buy like $25 fish, nice,
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful. Wouldn't even make it to the bottom of the tank
No.
eaten.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, and then you would distract over here with mice
Yeah,
and you do this
but
and
it's
that.
very
and-
important that you have to have everything.
But a beta fish.
This
come
is so
on.
serious. I'm ending the show
know.
right now. Have a good week, listeners. Julian.
You should've let me-
Tracy,
You should have let me
I was.
Google things.
I know. I was waiting for
and
Googler
Kim,
to say.
we're out, people. Have a good week. No more Googling.
Bye, Pat.
Bye, Pat. Fish fillet. I'm going to go eat now.